Welcome to the fourth race of the first series of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races. The Blue Angels graced the bay earlier this afternoon as part of the United States Naval Academy's commissioning week, and we have a bunch of spectators out here remaining from that. We also have some boats who have made a clean sweep of the Wednesday night races so far. That's Gisela Shaughnessy's Swiss Miss, it's a B1 in Perf 2, and Stephen Catherine Bartleman's Valhalla is a J30. Both of those boats have won every race so far. The summer has flicked on the light switch called heat, so let's see if any of these other boats can turn on some heat of their own. I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. Joining me from behind the camera tonight, our producer, birthday boy, Bruce Aaron. Happy birthday, Bruce. First up tonight is Perf 0. They have a long course. The first time they'll go way out into the bay for the summer. Off they go. There are 3 J111s out here tonight. Velocity tacking early. Dark Horse is way out there in the lead. And of course the FAR 30s mixed in too.
Ashley, what's wrong with this picture?
This picture is about 10 boat lengths to windward of the starting boat. And they're going to be a little bit late. We got 7 seconds left. And Aunt Jean proved that they had it timed right. But Bazing and QA2 will be here shortly. Townie Amelia McKenzie working on the jib on QA2. Greg Lines driving. Owner Norm Olson on main.
Trying to get out of a jam. Looks a lot like last week.
We've moved down to the Harbor 20 start. In this class, Jim and Rachel Meads Meteor are leading by 12 points. And get this, folks, there's a 4-way tie for second.
Awesome.
H20, Misty, Brilliant, and Valela are those 4 boats tied for second. And an individual recall for 321. That's Meteor, our leader.
Duck back through the crowd.
They don't even have to race tonight. They have such a big lead, but
how'd they have that great big hole for you?
that was lucky. 323, the turquoise boat, is Ken Stevens's Allegro. They were the first to tack out, and they got some pace on.
They kind of got bounced out here, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, all those other guys are sailing in groups, which we all know is slow.
There's the clump.
Yes, the clumps. Puffin, the red boat. They are in 18th place out of 20, but that's only because they didn't really race the second and third race necessarily. They are in a nice puffin right now.
Looking strong.
There was a right pack and a left pack, equal in number, but not so much in angle. They've converged now. Puffin is tacking a lot to keep trying to cover the fleet.
Can't cover all of it.
Nope. David Schaefer's Puffin makes it around the top mark in first place. There's a squabble going on behind him too. Second around was one of our 4-way ties for second. The rest follow in suit. Back up to the Bay course. We're joining the J30s, where Stephen Catherine Bartleman's Valhalla is one of those boats that have won every race so far. The name of the game for the Etchells was go left until you can't go left no more. Chris and Catherine Brady on Razzle Dazzle were the farthest boat to go left and called the ley line perfectly, so they get to the mark first for the Etchells tonight. A bit of a surprise for the evening. 12:24 with the blue kite up there is our class leader, but he's sitting fourth to last right now in this race. Back to the J30s, it's their turn to get around this first mark. Ragdoll, Rob Lundahl is leading the charge right now. Valhalla sitting in third. Valhalla sneaked into second, pinching off their nearest competitor, Ron Anderson. They've got a long reach out to B. Yes, it's getting light. It appears to be a bit too tight for a kite, but Jaguar has their pole set up just in case, giving Pogo a little trouble in the back here. Oh, they got a halyard issue. Have they seen this?
I hope so.
Nobody seems to be looking up. They just want to be trimming. They're just trying to trim harder. But their main is about 2 feet from the top of their mast. Oh, there they go. Teddy Halland is driving Flying Jenny, a CNC 30, and he's a professional bow man, so it's great to see him back on the helm. All bow people wish they could be back in the back, so, right? So he's doing it this week and was up there last week.
So the CNC 30, we think it'd be a little faster
than a FAR 30. Yeah, you got the difference in kite, and Flying Jenny's been using that to try and get higher and take their air, and their kite on Ramrod is struggling a little bit. They might be right on their air.
Well, Ashley, same game, different boats.
Yeah, this is the clash of the J's. It's a 120 and a 111. Trying to outpoint each other, even though their next mark is much lower than they're angled right now.
Dark Horse holding them off.
They are. Their mast is shorter, but their bravery is mightier.
Is that meteor or
Mightier, like a mouse. Marty Roche, Velocity. It's the J111, and it's their first time out this summer, showing everyone how it's done. They are well in the lead, and they're supposed to be winning on corrected time. Well, Velocity put up their jib nice and early and had plenty of leisurely time to take their sails down. Dark Horse, on the other hand, they got to catch up, so they're pushing it right to the last here. Say Gadoo had a bit of a slow rounding, so Brad Kaufman's Gotcha, the first FAR 30 around this evening, was able to take the inside. Charles Eng Stray Dog, usually one of the first to finish for the evening, is on their way out. Velocity still on their way in and still leading.
Well, actually, they look good for a while, but
I mean, even if you don't win, you win by having a beer after the race with your buddy.
Ashley, you told me they weren't going to make the end of the pier.
Yeah, you and I always have these little bets on if they're going to make it or not. And both times tonight you won, but I let you win because it's your birthday.
No, I've just been out here for 8 million years before electric lights.
That's when everything was in black and white.
That's right.
Right?
Well, Velocity looks like they have a substantial lead.
Nothing to worry about. They're looking around, but no need. You can't even see the next boat. Job well done, guys. Well, right after they finished, we got to see them close up, and it was easy to see they had the who's who of sailing on their boat tonight on Velocity. Job well done to them, and you know, even though the club is in a bit of a distress, all the boats still get to do their flyby finish in front of it. Can't wait for it to be back. Thank you for joining us. Happy birthday again to Bruce Nairn behind the camera, our producer tonight. And for T2B TV, I'm Ashley Love. We'll see you next week.